Hey everyone, welcome back to today's video. We're finally wrapping up the whole Grayson Bay versus Judge Perkins story. In the last part, we saw that Grayson Bay was found guilty on most of the charges, and the jury trial was supposed to happen the following day. A lot of you were waiting for that moment, and honestly, I was curious too, but that jury trial never happened. The prosecutor chose to drop the last two remaining charges, which caught many people by surprise. Instead of the trial, we ended up watching Judge Perkins deliver a fame warning and explanation as he handed down the sentence for the charges that did stick. So today, we'll go through that final court appearance, hear what the judge had to say, and break down exactly how this case came to a close. Let's get started and see how everything wrapped up.
Versus Javar Tyrone Grayson, case number SP146436761, SP146409991, SP1463900, counts 1, 2, and 3. State your name for the record.
Grayson
Bay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
State your name for the record.
Grayson Bay.
All right. This is today is the date and time set for a jury trial. Ms. Schneider, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexis Schneider for the people, P80322. For the record, the issuing officer, Officer Ambrose, was present, although I released him.
Mr. Grayson Bay, we didn't conclude some of the. First of all, I want to get the record straight from yesterday. I did mention, and you did cite. Where's Mr. Grayson Bay's file? Yes, but I brought it back downstairs. Yes. I wanted to clear up something I said on the record as far as the case that you cited out of Alabama. That I was incorrect as far as the facts.
Pay close attention, everyone, especially those who follow these so-called sovereign ideas. This is what it actually looks like when someone recognizes they made a mistake and takes the steps to fix it. It's a clear example of owning your actions instead of arguing your way into more trouble. Watching moments like this can really show how important it is to handle things responsibly. It's a reminder that admitting you're wrong doesn't make you weak. It just helps you move forward the right way.
That was not the case where they were walking down the street and did not obtain the license to assemble. That was a case where he had another reverend organized a sit-in and at a restaurant, and they were ticketed. And the unfortunate part about it is, and that's just how our society is, and it was, and still is for the most part, is that this case had to go all the way to the United States Supreme Court for him to get justice on this case. But again, you're citing cases, sir, that you're not even reading.
I actually find it interesting whenever someone in the sovereign citizen crowd starts mentioning case law.it gives me a chance to look up those cases myself and understand more about how our legal system was built. But here's the funny part. Most of the time, the cases they bring up only somewhat relate to what they are talking about, and the rest of the time, the cases completely go against the point they are trying to make. To put it simply, when they cite these cases, their interpretation is so far off that it doesn't even come close to supporting their argument. It shows how important it is to read the full context instead of pulling bits and pieces. When you understand the law the right way, things become much clearer and a lot less confusing.
Fine you. That's something a lawyer would be can be brought up to the grievance commission on and potentially lose their license. All the cases in there, all the cases that you have cited are saying exactly the opposite of what you put forward. Have you looked at any of them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you read them? When did you do that last night?
I've been studying more science. My religion is more science. As you can see, if it looks like a duck, it acts like a duck, it tells you it's a duck, it's pretty much a duck. So I'm more science. So I've been studying for over 10 years.
Well, that's quite a few years of colorful confusion we won't be getting back. You mentioned something that caught my attention, because I say it often myself. If everything about a situation looks and sounds the same, it usually points in a familiar direction. In this case, it often ends up being someone following those sovereign citizen-style ideas. Calling yourself a Moorish scientist or an American state national doesn't really change anything. If you believe you can drive without a valid license, or think the courts don't have authority over you, then you're still following the same sovereign citizen logic that at the end of the day. It's the behavior and beliefs that matter, not the label you choose. Understanding the real rules and responsibilities makes things much smoother and avoids a lot of unnecessary trouble.
And
But you haven't been studying.
No disrespect to you, Your Honor. I just want to remain mute to the fact and acknowledge that my mother is here, the matriarch of my family, and so I just want to remain mute to this case in this matter. And the floor is yours. This is your courtroom. No disrespect. My mother is here.
No. Ma'am, can you stand up and state your name, please?
My name is Mary Grayson Hall.
Good morning, Ms. Grayson Hall. And I'm not, it's nothing about, you can see it. I just wanted you to acknowledge, I do acknowledge the fact, and I appreciate the fact that you have support here. The court always recognizes that. That's why I asked you to stand up. But you want to remain mute now, but you didn't remain mute when you filed these pleadings. This is how you speak to the court, exactly the way you did. Now, maybe the form is not exactly the way the court kind of or the rules have applied, but I understand you're in pro per and you might not know all of those rules. But when you start filing these documentations, you're speaking to the court and you're representing that this is the current state of the law as this is the current state of the law, and this stuff applies to your case, and I should be reading this stuff and be able to interpret what you're saying about your case through these cases. And when I read these cases, it says exactly the ones that I've read, and I've seen these cases filed before, it says exactly the opposite of what you're trying to say. Because what I understand you're trying to say is that you're trying to say that you don't need a valid driver's license to drive on the roads, you don't need proper registration on your vehicle, and you don't need proper insurance. And you're even going as far as saying that the police officers, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the police officers do not even have the authority to pull you over. Is that correct?
Again, Your Honor, I remain mute to the situation.
Staying quiet and saying nothing is honestly the smartest choice you can make at this moment, that you've already shown that you understand your right to remain silent, and that's an important step. But the real question is whether you can actually stick to it and keep yourself from speaking when it matters most. Sometimes silence protects you far better than any argument you could make. Knowing when to stop talking can make a big difference in how things turn out. And this is one of those moments where staying calm and silent works in your favor.
No due respect to the court, my matriarch is here, and I gave you pretty much documents to read, and I'm standing on those documents, and I'm gonna remain mute. Thank you.
All right, so I've already found you guilty of the count of refusing to exhibit a driver's license, SP 1464091. I'm going to fine you on that case $240. I've already found you responsible on SP 1463901, expired plate. I'm going to fine you $145 on that. And I've already found you responsible on SP 14639-003, insurance no proof, and I take guilty on SP 146409991, and that's a 240. For the insurance no proof, I'm gonna fine you $195 on that. All right. As far as the other counts, I had the note, well, you told me off the record that you're gonna dismiss SP 146-43761 and SP 146-39002. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So 145, 195, and $240, sir. When can you pay?
I would probably need, after the holidays, maybe 3 months. I might get something up for you.
Are you working?
I do carpentry.
Yeah, you do carpentry. Are you working?
Yes. Yeah, I have jobs lined up.
Okay, so why do we need so much time?
They lined up. They're not completed. They're just future jobs that I have lined up.
I definitely believe it's important for anyone following this kind of approach to have their thinking and decision-making carefully reviewed. When someone adopts ideas that can lead them into legal trouble or risky situations, it's worth taking a closer look at whether they truly understand the consequences. Sometimes people get pulled into these beliefs without realizing how much harm they can cause themselves. A proper evaluation can help make sure they are making informed choices and not putting their future at risk. It's always better to be safe, aware, and grounded in what's real.
Today I'm not in court.
You got this play on words.
Yeah, I mean, traveling and
Is this
driving. Yeah, it beats the system. Play on word. I mean, it's the truth though. I mean, I gotta speak the truth to you, right? You respect the truth?
Now, if you,
Okay, I'm not working today. I'm not working.
No. You're not. I'm asking you, why is it taking 3 months to get up? I don't typically give out 3 months to pay fines, especially when somebody's working, and especially in a career that's a skilled trade, that's a very lucrative career. So I'm trying to give you the time you need, but I need to make a good basis for that.
3 months.
Because you're not giving me a good basis for giving you 3 months, and you're telling me you're a carpenter, and you're telling me you're working. Now, if you're telling me you're a carpenter and I'm not working currently, then that's something that I can go with. But you're telling me I'm just not working today.
Right.
I'm gonna go to work tomorrow.
Very
I'm
optimistic,
going to work
yeah.
tomorrow, and
Very-
I'm going to work the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving you 3 months.
Very
for that.
optimistic. That's why I say, well, as this present, not, but yeah, tomorrow. I'm very optimistic about work. So yeah, yeah.
So you're not working.
Today I'm not working. Tomorrow I'm going. I have grass work tomorrow to do. There are schedules to do, and I do have a future as a job to have things to be done. But as you saying, as I'm working, I'm telling you the truth. Not as now, no. If that clears, if that makes you feel comfortable, no, I'm not working.
I'm trying to ascertain.
No, I'm
what's
not
going
working.
on, sir.
I'm not working at this present moment. I'm not working.
And when you say you're working, you have some aspirations of
Yes.
working, like everybody does. We're
Yes.
looking for, well, not everybody, because not everybody is trying to work.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yes.
you're not working now,
Right.
correct?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let me ask you this, ma'am. Is this the kind of, I don't know, I want to make sure that you don't need any mental health services? Do you? Because I mean, you're giving me these play on words. You're giving me all of this
Speak the
stuff.
truth,
You-
Your Honor.
you know, I don't
Speak the truth.
I don't feel you're speaking the truth to me.
I'm not working today at this present moment. I'm not working.
And you're not working. You don't have anything set for tomorrow,
No, I don't.
right?
Nope, I don't. I don't.
You don't.
I'm
Do you
not
have
even
anything
working.
set for next
Nah.
week?
No, I'm just anticipating things. You're right. I don't.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm just gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna give you till March the 5th. You can either Zoom in or come in. I'm gonna give you till March the 5th to have the stuff paid off. All right?
Can I get a total of that?
I really appreciated that moment, because with just one simple question, everything he had been arguing suddenly fell apart. By asking it, he unintentionally acknowledged that the laws of the United States and the laws of Michigan are real, and that the court does have proper authority over him. That question also showed that he recognizes he is involved in a legal process, whether he wants to admit it or not. The most interesting part is that he essentially confirmed his participation in the system he had been trying to reject. For me, that's a satisfying moment because it shows how facts eventually win out over confusion. Still, if there's one thing I've learned about people who follow these beliefs, it's that they often return with the same arguments again. Alright everyone, that wraps up today's video. Thank you for sticking around until the end. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and hit the like button. If it wasn't your style, the dislike button is there too. And don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe with notifications on, so you don't miss any future updates.